Okay, I'm going to start this out by showing you my audience. That would be my Aunt Lisa, and my mom, and my uncle, and this is Zena. A wide open space, full speed ahead, wind in your hair, and all the while the ground is shaking. And you're not taking a joyride in a car or trekking across country on foot, but you are in fact riding a horse. There is far more to horses than people tend to realize, and I hope today that I can open your eyes to something new and teach you why the horse is an asset to this world. I've been working and riding with horses since I was 7 years old, and in the last 14 years have come to realize that the care and maintenance that is involved is far more tedious and thorough than some have come to know. Lack of care or even a just freak accident can bring several different kinds of health hazards that you may not expect. Horses are far more than just an animal, seeing as they can bring several different kinds of contributions to their owners and a community as a whole. First, I would like to talk to you about how many spectators assume that the worst part of horse ownership is fronting that original purchase price, but there is nothing in comparison to the cost and time involved in getting these animals the care and safeguarding that they require long term. Farriers are required to visit every 6 weeks in order to keep the horse's hooves, something they rarely have the opportunity to get off of, in good condition. Several different services are offered, from trimming to shoeing, and their prices differ according to experience of the farrier, location of the horse, and time and travel required. Veterinarians are also familiar faces around a barn. They come less rarely, more annually or biannually, for things like vaccinations and helping you determine preventative matters such as supplements and joint injections to prevent incidents from happening in the future. Proper turnout and exercise is also a good requirement. The amount of exercise and riding that a horse requires differs on what you ask it to do and how often it is ridden. For a competition horse that is needed on a regular basis, you may turn out more or exercise more often than you would for a horse that's simply a companion. Costly training for you and your horse is also indeed well worth it, seeing as you can learn how to ride safely, the proper way to ask of things from your mount, and to ensure that everything is running accordingly. Second, I would like to talk to you about how a horse, because it is a living and breathing animal, most like everything else, can occasionally run into the health problem. Colic is unfortunately an extremely common occurrence that ranges in severity and often has a wider range of cause. Fungus and rain rot are also something that horse owners have to deal with on a regular basis. Because horses are outside and moisture is often a problem in just about every climate, and those are the two ingredients that you need in order for the fungus to occur. Now, just like children, horses have a mind of their own and can get into trouble when trouble is present, and this often leads to surface wounds. Now, treatment of these simple wounds is easy, however, it does require repetitive attention in order for the best results. Thirdly, I would like to talk to you about how even though taking care of these animals can be tiring, it's just as rewarding. Some horses are used for competition, and this is more commonly known through things like the Olympics. I personally choose to use my horse for this, and I have brought you pictures today of exactly what I do. Some horses are used for rehabilitation programs and help flourish children and adults back to health. This is by far probably one of their greatest contributions that can be made to their community. In addition to that, some would rather just keep them as companions, whether it be for another horse or for themselves, just like a dog or a cat. Now, in conclusion, although they are tall and intimidating, they are, in my opinion, one of the most rewarding creatures put on this earth. And I hope today I have shown you why they make a great contribution to our society. And although they take a lot of care and maintenance, and you can have the occasional mishap, in my opinion, these animals are by far one of the best animals put on this world. Thank you. I just want to show you that my audience is still here. And awake. And awake.